Finished our 9th practice. Good competitive day. Had a scrimmage Saturday, and it was really competitive. Really good work back and forth. Big plays on both sides of the ball, and really pleasing to see. You can be mad at both sides or be happy with both sides. That's a great thing. So incredibly competitive, all good on good work, and still working at developing depth charts and seeing who can play consistently and knows what to do and plays fast and aggressive, and developing the team. I like our leadership. Again, great strain, great competition, but trying to continue to grow the team up. I had 114 plays, not including 13 plays of special teams on Saturday, and we came out of it really relatively healthy, and might have a guy here or there with a pull or something, but it was really, really good, and a lot to teach from off the tape. Far from perfect. We still got a long way to go. Not coach speak. We just got a lot we got to improve on, and we've got, again, from Saturday 3 weeks, and every day counts. We're a week away from school starting, so we got to make all these days count. And I like the spirit of the team. We're in a good spot, and again, love the competition on both sides of the ball. And we've got some young guys in some spots that are growing up really, really fast. Love seeing them get in there and get an opportunity with different groups and sub packages to see what they can do. So it's a really good part of camp right now. It's exciting coming off again that first scrimmage. We'll scrimmage again on Wednesday, full scrimmage, and then half scrimmage later on, situational scrimmage later on in the week, heading into game prep and those last 2 weeks before kickoff. So
how's Dylan doing? Everybody talks about everybody else. But
yeah, it's like he's no different than any other player, but he's played a lot of football. When he does make a mistake, he's quick to know it and know how to fix it. The biggest thing, for quarterback is accuracy and making good decisions. Both pre and post snap. Relying on the experience that he has, he can make a lot of good decisions post snap, and but he's done great. He's led well, and they're continuing to install. Again, you're still in an aggressive place of installation, and so but he's handled everything well.
Hey Brent, on the defensive side, what do you like most about just improvements you've seen from the defense overall?
Confidence, aggressiveness, physicality, consistency in that 2 deep, and it's never where you want it to be, but it's improved from where we were. That's the biggest thing. I like watching guys that have really invested, that have been here for whatever amount of time. I like to watch them being invested in chasing excellence, and knowing that, again, I may not get there, but I like watching there's an intent that matters. And so we got a lot of guys that are straining and competing, and having the right mindset when it comes to every moment on the practice field, every rep, the meeting room, everything matters. So that's part of it too, just developing a culture of again, expectations and the willingness to move the expectations in the right direction.
Brent, something you've got this time around that you didn't a year ago is just a year's time in this job. Are you looking at anything, whether it's these practices, these scrimmages, differently this time around?
No, just things that we talked about before we started camp, just the overall efficiency of everything, and I want to see the improvement in the areas that we're looking for. Obviously there's expectations on how we do what we do, and so you're always managing that. If that's uniform of the day, how they get on and off the field, how they, their body language, and with their coaches. And the coach's job is not to make you happy. A coach's job is to make you better. I want coaches to go out of their way to strain guys right now. I want to know what they're made of right now, and you develop that mindset too. Intensity and passion. That's all part of the game. And managing your emotions is incredibly important for the players, having poise in those tough moments. So just looking at everything, both pre, post snap, scheme, again, sidelines, all of those things.
Talk a lot about Danny and Jared so far. Where are Kobe and Kip at? How are they coming along?
They're making great improvement. much different place like those guys, like Danny and Jaron. They've improved tremendously as well in their confidence and their knowledge and their fundamentals and their strength and their assuredness. Both of them had really good camps.
What are your thoughts on the camps that your freshman running backs have had, Caleb and Dalen?
Yeah, they've done good. They've done well. DeMarco, if he was getting interviewed right now, he said we want to do better, be more consistent, have more of a sense of urgency all the time. But they're coming along and they're learning from the older guys. You know, Javante and Marcus and Gavin, they're all having great camps too.
Did Dalen have to take a break or anything?
Normal off the field stuff, no big deal. He's back and everything's great. He's in good grace.
Brent, what's your thoughts on your special teams at this point in camp?
Yeah, it's been good. You know, ask me in another week or so. We're still developing, you know, who the personnel is exactly. Some guys we know, but been really pleased with both our kick in with Zach and Zach in particular has been really good in camp, and then our punting situation, it's been very competitive. So I'm anxious to see how that plays out here over the next 10 days.
Has Andrew Anthony become a guy that you think you guys can rely on?
He's done well. Had some big plays in scrimmage. Had another big play out here today. He's gaining more and more confidence every day that he practices. And Emmett's done a nice job of getting him involved and teaching him and getting him to learn how to play fast, utilize his skill set, be competitive in tough situations. You know, third down, third medium, you got to have a play, making tough, competitive plays when the defense is in position, and you got to make plays. And he's done that as well as other guys, but Andrew's had a nice camp too.
Does he feel to you like a guy who could maybe fill the kind of role that Jaleel did a year ago?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've got good depth there. Andrew's going to be, based on what you've seen so far, Andrew will be a major part of the offensive system. And, Jaleel or anyone else will continue to find ways to utilize all of the personnel the right way.
We hear a lot about Justin Harrington, and he obviously looks the part. How has he maybe grown into that shooter role?
He's good. He's, again, a year ago, he came right at the end of spring football because we let him back on the team, so he didn't know anything. He went through the summer not knowing anything, and hadn't played much football in a while, so really wasn't able to find a niche other than some special teams, and really dedicated the offseason to get better, become more knowledgeable, and make improvements in all the areas he needed to fundamentally, and strength and explosiveness. And he's had some great moments and some great learning moments as well during camp. So again, he's got some versatility. He can play multiple spots and continue to develop that part of his game. I think that'll bode well for both him and for us.
At tight end, have you been able to get your guys back to practice yet? I mean, how's that position looking?
Yeah, I mean, it's come along, well. Obviously, Stogg's done a great job, and Blake and Mac and Hamp, those guys in particular are guys that have gotten most of the reps, and they've done well, really well. That's a group that's continued to evolve and improve and get better. And again, Hamp's a guy that is big, he's super athletic, can really run, he's strong, he's tough, he's competitive, he's physical, and comes from some confidence, having just been an offensive player quarterback. He actually has, he's not like the right guard that he's got to learn tight end. He's a guy that has a quarterback background that understands what a tight end's supposed to do, and I think that's helped him from a transition standpoint.
The defensive line, how did they look in the scrimmage, and how have you seen their
Good and
growth?
bad, we're working on all the little things, again, just having eye discipline, constricting gaps, and executing with good timing and pad level and footwork. So again, it was okay, not amazing. We got work to do, discipline to do the little things right, again, play physical, play with low pads, with our great footwork and the fundamentals and the hands and the feet, all of that. So not where we want to be yet. by any stretch.
Did Dejon Terry? I mean,
Yeah,
have
he's
you-
done some good stuff. He's strong. He's powerful. You know, split a double team. He moves really well. He's athletic for a big guy, and so he's done well.
How's that other cornerback position going?
Yeah, the other corner. I mean, it's all always competing, you know. And the competition's been great. I love that group of guys, and just trying to strain them and get them ready, get them game ready. And you know, Dolby's a guy that has actually played some college football, and he's had a really good camp. Had a better camp than he had spring, and Macari Vickers is having a better camp than he had spring. Not that that's earth-shattering. They were just making the improvement that you want guys to make. And really, that the whole group is improving. You know, so really excited about that group of guys. About the improvement that they've made. Again, we're not where we got to be. That's not again coach speak. We just got a lot of work to do. There's going to be plenty of moments of failure along the way that, oh yeah, yep, they didn't see that. That's the first time they saw that. All right, let's teach them. And this is a group of guys that are super coachable. You know, there's no finger pointing. These are guys that take responsibility. You know, stay even keeled. I like that group of guys. Jay's done a good job bringing that group along.
Brent, there's been kind of some talk about your physicality in camp. Maybe it's scaled back. Do you look at it that way? Is that a purpose? Kind of, what do you hope to get out of that?
I don't see that. I mean, we have the exact same amount of live plays as we had a year ago. So I see live as, you know, as maybe that's the barometer that you get, but we've had the exact same amount of live plays. So I don't necessarily see that. We might have less time on the field, but we've had the same amount of plays. Just being more efficient when getting periods quick.